Hey everybody, Rob Mullins here, and thanks for joining me. We are going to have some fun. I got a really good one for you. It's a great worksheet today, and we're going to be doing something called half step reharmonization or reharms. And I'll play a little bit of the tune we're going to reference here. This is pretty cool. This is my quartet plan. Let's see. Let's just jump in. We got Jimmy Roberts on sax. He's great. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up at the bridge. Yeah, this is headed right into the bridge. Listen to his tone on sax. He's great. Smooth this up, man. Jimmy Roberts on sax. Here's back to the A section. Now, while this is going on, go down into the box there and download the worksheet for today, the half-step reharm worksheet. And we're going to be using that and applying it to this Ellington tune today. And grab it, download it, print it, keep it close by, have it handy, whatever. So, and then it goes on into the solos. Now, if you want to grab that album, the album is out there, and we did it live at a jazz club in LA, a place called Steamers that sadly isn't there anymore, and that was a fun project to do. There's some great stuff on there, great playing by the whole quartet. You can get it everywhere. You can get it on Apple, and you can get it on Spotify. You can get it on, there's so many of them now. Tidal, Amazon. What's the other ones, man? I mean, there's just so many places to get music. So it's great to be able to get the music. Great to be able to, have it there to check it out and listen to the whole thing. There's some excellent playing, good solos, and in order to prep for doing a recording like that, I spent a lot of time working with these chord subs and half step intervallic situations. And if you haven't watched level 1, the first video in my jazz piano tutorials, you might want to watch that, because what we're really doing here in level 1 is just taking a single melody like this D here, right? You can see that in the top line, and then the melody note stays the same. And what we do is we just put all kinds of stuff under it. So we've got a little shape happening here. We got our bass note, which is this guy. And if you don't read music, don't worry about it. You can use the sounds, or you can just look at what chord he's doing and look at the keyboard all the way down at the bottom of the video window and just reference from the keys that I'm playing. But here's your span. This is the bass note. You guys know I love putting the 5 in there on top of the bass note, and then up top is your melody here on this D. So this whole area in the middle, you see this area in the middle? That's where all the cool half step stuff happens. Now, this first line is called half steps ascending in the left hand. And what that means is just we're keeping this on the outside, and then we're moving the inner voices. So here we go. Here's the first bar. Next bar. Already sounds like James Bond. Yeah, it still sounds like James Bond. Now it sounds like Rob Mullins. Right? Now it sounds like Monk or John Henderson. Joe Henderson. And then we're going to move it on back down. Now, that's the whole series. I would suggest you just play them really slow and repeat it. And with these inner voices, that's what we call these things that I'm mousing over here, these little notes on the inside. Those are the inner voices. And we've got a chromatic melody happening here with this A moving up. Ba, da, 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 da. That's what gives your chords all of the juice, is that movement right there in the middle. Because when you've got a long melody note happening, if you don't do something, then it's just going to be boring, especially on a ballad, because this ballad is really slow and gorgeous. And while the sax or you is holding this melody note out, it keeps everybody interested and it's fun to do. So the next one is the G minor. And on this, this is a little later in the tune. Yeah, I'm right around in here on the Ellington melody, and we'll get to the whole tune here in just a couple of minutes. So here we got the G on the bottom, and we got the A up top. That's our outer shell. Bass note, melody note. In the middle, what do we have this time? F, C, and then F. So this one is called half steps descending left hand. So what's going to happen is this stuff is going to move, right? Our root and 7 is going to stay on the bottom, these two notes. And then this stuff here is what's going to go up and down. Really cool. So melody notes A. Right? Back up. I really like that one. Sounds so cool. That is a great little move that you've got, because your melody note is being sounded by you or the horn player, and then you've just got all that leeway in there. Now be sure and don't do this at the wrong time, because if you do, you're going to get fired, because you can't really experiment with this stuff on a gig unless you practice it at home and you know the other players well enough to know when they're going to breathe. Like when Jimmy is going to breathe or play a whole note, I can always tell when that is, and I can play around that, and I can harmonize that so that it brings more life to that sustained melody note. So last example in the worksheet, this is going to be on an F major 7, and you can see here you've got your half step ascending in both hands is what this is called. So let's play it. F, A, D, G, C. Kind of like a nice little Bill Evans chord there. Now on this one, we got these inner voices. Look down at the bottom. Here's our shell. There's the inner guys, and they're all going to just go whoop. Oh man, that is so cool. Let's do it again. Right? Instant Herbie. Right? It does that in the worksheet. And you can just look at the worksheet and see it go to that F sus there. Keep in mind the whole time, all I'm doing with that melody note is absolutely nothing. Melody note is just there. It's just there. That's what's happening with it. So it's cool. All right, well, let's now let's kind of take a look at the tune, and I'm going to play a little bit of this Ellington tune. Now you can pull up a fake book chart to this Ellington tune and work with it. It's, you know, the chart that everybody kind of uses, I don't know which real book it's in, but it has a few things in there that are a little dubious that I don't like. And who am I to judge, right? I just do things the way that I hear them and the way that I like to hear them. And I'm in a D minor 9 right now, setting up for this tune. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to try moving my half steps around. Ooh, juicy. Inner voices, man, right? Shell, inner stuff. You hear that? That's what makes it cool. Right? Or even that. Now here's a really hip little half-step trick. Speaking of half-step moves. Man, I love that little chordal thing in the middle because the melody goes. Right, it's over a 2/5. Right, and I'll play it like this. Oof, that's gorgeous. Kind of a cluster D minor at the end. That's even fatter, man. And then see what's the rest? So it's a minor 9 arpeggio. Right, A minor. Well, what if we move something around in there? What can we do to make it sound cool? Right? Ooh. There it is again, man. That big, beautiful half-step thing. Gosh, we love you half-steps. Check this move out again. F major 7. And then... That's an old Broadway move, isn't it? Put that E in there. Move the entire thing. Shell... Inner voice, half step, rearm. Oof. The F minor 11 is just super cool too. Let's take that. These 3 up. Half step move. Oh! Man, that is so great. And like Michael J. Fox and Back to the Future, I don't think we're quite ready for that sound yet. But anyway, if you're enjoying what I'm doing here on YouTube, don't forget to like and sub the channel. I'm having a great time. And if you're in a combo and you need help with your music, just go ahead and shoot me an email or put something in the comments. Hey, Rob, I need help on Thelonious Monk or Periscope by Bill Evans or Maiden Voyage or whatever it is. And who knows, I might choose your song to make a video. So thanks again for watching. This is youtube.com/planetmullins. And if you want to sign up for lessons, my website is planetmullins.com/lessons.htm. And my books are at planetmullins.com/book.htm. Have a beautiful rest of your day or night, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.